Hi, my name's Tim Hughes, part of Worship Central. We're looking at a song called Set Apart, and going to play through the main sections before talking about some of the chords and some of the ideas behind the song. So here's Set Apart. Back to our first love, nothing between us. Back to your heart, to the start of it all, where we found you. Out of the ashes, into the fire, you are refining our hearts in the flames of your presence. Set apart for our God above, set apart for the one we love, set apart for your glory. We are yours, yours. Everything for you alone, everything to make you known. Set apart for your glory. We are yours, yours. And then we go into like a bridge section. So you do a verse, chorus, second verse, double chorus, and then into this section. You start octave down, and oh, how great you are. Oh, how great you are, and God above, set apart for the one we love, set apart for your glory. We are yours, yours. Usually you'd go on for a double chorus, but they're the main three sections. In terms of chords, it's kind of very much kind of this piano riff driven thing. So actually when I lead this with the band, I don't really play much acoustic in the verse, maybe just marking the chords. Back to our first love, nothing between us, maybe just picking, but it's basically the, I mean, however you want to play it. C, then the G, E minor, and I'll often leave my little finger on the top E string, 5th fret, and then D. And again, sometimes I'm playing just to add a bit of kind of colour. Not putting my index finger on the G string, just to kind of keep a bit more open. Back to our first love, nothing between us. Back to your heart, to the start of it all, where we found you. So that's kind of verse chords, and then the chorus. Again, sticking to the same chords. Set apart for our God above, set apart for the one we... This one for the D, I'm taking that C shape, keeping my little finger on the top E string, 5th fret, but so you slide that whole shape up 2 frets. It's got this kind of D shape, D chord. Set apart for our God above, set apart for the one we love. So those are kind of the chords. And then this bridge section just sort of changes the chords around. Same chords, different order. E minor. Oh, the C, but keeping it more open. Oh, how great you are. That kind of D chord, C shape, up 2 frets. Oh, and you're going to rhythmically, you want to get that sense of building to that release of the octave jump. Whoa, whoa. So that's the kind of main things to be thinking about chord-wise. I guess strumming's often with the band. There's kind of these stabs and kind of builds. So you just want to lock in with the drums on some of those things, which you'll hopefully hear on the track. But it's pretty easy in terms of guitar chords. Maybe a bit more difficult for piano players, but not my problem. And just in terms of how the song came about, written by myself, Nick Herbert and Ben Cantillon, and this whole theme of set apart, this idea of not kind of separating ourselves from the rest of the world, but actually there's this theme that runs throughout Scripture of God's people being a chosen people, set apart, holy and pure. What does it mean for us as followers of Christ to live radical lives in the midst of a consumer world, in the midst of the daily situations we deal with and face? How can we live pure, holy lives? Particularly as worshippers and leaders of worship, how do we live differently in a way that is honoring of Christ and perhaps shows people a different way where our values are different? We're not being shaped by the world. We're actually beginning to shape culture, allowing Jesus to transform us to be agents of transformation. So that's kind of the theme of the song. Ben had this kind of track, this kind of piano thing, and we just sat around thinking out words and phrases and themes and singing out melodies, and the kind of song came together. And it's interesting how often with songs, different parts kind of can lock together from almost different songs. And Ben for ages had that section, whoa, whoa, how great you are, which he often used as a refrain at the end of the hymn, How Great Thou Art. And I always said to him, that's such a good phrase, such a good section, we need to get that in a song. And after spending ages trying to get a bridge, suddenly thought, well, would that fit in with what we have? And again, it's kind of melodically, but also lyrically kind of brings a nice change of direction for the song. Suddenly we're looking up to the great God who can use us to be a people set apart for him. So that's kind of the song, and I hope you enjoy using it, and hopefully that's helped you understand a bit more of how to play it and the vision behind it.